Today I'm going to interview a daughter, a sister, a wife, a mother, and a human rights activist who has been fighting against systemic corruption in Indian police and in Indian courts. Her name is Jyoti Gag. How and when did you start your fight against corruption?
I was born and brought up in Mumbai, India. I moved to US almost 26 years ago. My 87-year-old father was abused to death in Thane city near Mumbai in year 2003. Thane police and Thane court officials were protecting my father's murderers for obvious reasons, and that's when my fight against corruption started. My dad was murdered for his property, and his murderers continued abusing my both brothers, and their ongoing abuse has made them emotionally unstable. My brothers are not in physical, social, mental capacity to fight for their dignity and for their life. My father, Altamas Kabir, was a Second World War veteran who took early retirement from Indian Army around year 1948 and joined the Maharashtra Police Force. He served as a police officer in Mumbai till May 1973. It's ironic that his own department refused to rescue him from his abusers, and till date they continued refusing to investigate his murder.
What made you go public with this interview?
If involved politicians, Bombay High Court judges, lawyers and high-rank police officers continued openly protecting my father's murderers and abusers, then what legal chance do I have to get justice unless Prime Minister Mr. Manmohan Singh and Chief Justice Mr. Altamas Kabir intervene in urgent manner? And public awareness on YouTube is the only direct source for reaching the highest government authority of my home country in Delhi before physically reaching the India Ambassador office here in Washington DC. I don't see any other option but taking the aggressive step in legal manner to put stop on these corrupt government officials' inhuman ongoing acts. CBI officials from Mumbai, Mr. P. Kandaswamy, and CBI Special Crime Branch SP, Mr. Sandeep Tamgadge, have refused to investigate my father's murder, and they also refused to investigate India Ambassador Washington DC officials' criminal act in spite of getting multiple investigation orders between November 2009 and January 2012 from Bombay High Court Judicature and from Prime Minister office. In fact, President office has issued order to Chief Secretary of Maharashtra in regards to investigating my complaint against Chief Justice Mr. Mohit. But who dares to bail the cat? The said order was deliberately misled by Chief Secretary of Maharashtra in October 2012. My brothers and I are running out of options, time and hope. So purpose of releasing this interview is to reach each of your heart and home as soon as possible, including electronic media. I may be the only daughter of Government of Maharashtra to whom officials of India External Affairs Ministry deliberately framed with false charges person having terrorist agenda. Not just Home Minister and his officials, but even Thane District Court Judge Mr. S.J. Kale, Judge Mr. Bharti Kale, Bombay High Court Judge Mr. Abhay, Judge Mr. R.Y. Ganu, including Chief Justice Mr. Mohit, continued shielding my father's murderers and their protectors. And here I would like to name those specific officers. Additional Chief Secretary of Home Department of Maharashtra, Mrs. Chandra Iyengar, Mr. Umesh Chandra Sarangi, IPS officers serving for Maharashtra, Mr. D.Shivanandan, Mr. K. Subramanyam, Mr. P. Kandaswamy, Mr. Anil Dhere, Mr. K.P. Raghuvanshi, Mr. Bipin Kumar Singh, Mr. Dhananjay Kamlakar, Mr. Rakesh Maria, Mr. Pankaj Gupta, Mr. Niket Kaushik, Mrs. Pradnya Saravde, and ambassador official Mr. Sanjay Sinha. Actually, Sanjay Sinha, who is recently promoted as the Director General Police of Tripura. And by number of involved DCPs, ACPs of the Thane crime branch, including local police station named Vartak Nagar Police. Any one of you could reach Bombay High Court website to view details of regarding judgments, court proceedings of criminal writ petition number 760 of year 2011 and another criminal writ petition number 1551 of 2012. I was shocked to witness that in spite of having so many evidences against each and every accused in criminal writ petition number 1551 of year 2012, Judge Mr. Abhay Oak served very funny judgment on 30th November 2012 in my favor, but also made sure that the every accused in said petition, including murderers, would remain untouched. I already have submitted the relevant evidences against accused governmental officials to the Chief Minister, Prime Minister, President, External Affairs Ministry, Ministry of Overseas Indian Affairs, including to the Supreme Court Chief Justice Mr. Altamas Kabir. Since India Ambassador Washington DC officials have committed a crime against me in state of Washington, so I have to submit all the evidences against them to US Homeland Security Department and Senator of Washington State Mrs. Patty Murray office. I would like to publicly challenge the related government authority and or investigation agencies that if they find my years of complaints and statements against accusers being false, then I am ready to face any harsh punishment based on Indian Constitution.
Why are you failing to get justice even after having strong evidence against the accusers?
Yeah, I have it's a very interesting question. We have so much discrimination almost everywhere and every way in India. We say no one is above the law, but reality in India is that all law always works in favor of corrupt, rich, socially and politically powerful people. The truth and the evidences usually don't carry any weightage in Indian law enforcement and judiciary system. It's fact that in underprivileged and common citizen of India forced to silently survive violation of their basic human and constitutional rights for decades. They don't have right to have dignifying life. It was easy for government to hang Afzal Guru and Azman Kasab, but real culprits who are responsible for brave hearts, honest Mumbai police officers' wrongful death in November 26 Mumbai attacks are enjoying the promotions and happy family life. I was amazed to see the discrepancy in actions taken by officials from Maharashtra Home Ministry and India Ambassador Washington DC office in regards to serving for two Indian citizens being in almost same scenario. Only difference was there. One citizen is a popular Bollywood actor and another one is a common overseas citizen of India who happens to be human rights activist and being against corruption. Yes, I am talking about Maharashtra Home Minister and India Ambassador discriminating between Shaharukh Khan and me. One scenario, India Ambassador Washington DC officials adopt corrupt practices to put me through intense FBI investigation in state of Washington so they could save Mumbai Commissioner police officers Mr. Shivanandan and Mr. Rakesh Maria from getting exposed in connection with my father's murderers in Mumbai. But when Shaharukh Khan was stopped at one of the US airport for routine checkup and was put through extra investigation by US immigration officers, then India Ambassador officials of Washington DC and officials from Maharashtra Home Ministry don't waste any time to intervene in the situation, brings him out of that immigration investigation in no time. And I remember another scenario where Home Minister Mr. Patil and Thane Commissioner police officials informed me that they cannot investigate my dad's murder and complaint against my brother's abuses because they have shortage of police officials. But when the release of Shaharukh controversial film gets in trouble, then the incidentally same Home Minister don't hesitate to order almost entire, and I mentioned low rank police officials, to guard each theatre in Maharashtra where that film was getting released. My question is to Mr. Patil, did those police officials get their salary of that day from the profit of his film? And I would like to ask question to millions of common citizens of India, that why do most of us tolerate the discrepancy with hands down?
So why didn't you approach the media?
Well, I did approach TV9, and they have their office in Mumbai, and I also approached a newspaper like Maharashtra Times, Lok Satta, Mumbai Mirror around year 2010, but soon realized the kind of corruption these well-known media channels have. I have submitted very strong proofs to media and to highest government authority, which are very evident to prove the number of crimes these murderers, abusers and their protectors have committed against my father and have continued committing against my brothers and me. These crimes are punishable under Indian Penal Code Section 300, Section 120B, which is criminal conspiracy, IPC 120 cheating, IPC Section 383 extortion, IPC Section IPC Section 467 forgery, 471 using as genuine a forged document, section between 191 and 221 false evidences and offences against public justice, sections between 328 and 348 grievous hurt, wrongful restraint and wrongful confinement, violation of Mental Health Act 1987 and violation of Constitution Rights and Human Rights Act 1993. After going through detailed FBI report and related official documents in regards to Ambassador Official's criminal act against me, and after seeing evidences of Thane and Mumbai Police Commissioner officials protecting my father's murderers and our abusers, TV9 report recorded my bites, but upper management of TV9 ended up making absorbent amount of money by surrendering those evidences to the involved police commissioner officials. Later, media twisted the facts and helped involved police officials in defaming me and my credibility by publishing false information about me. It's very frustrating that media officials in India don't have guts to expose high-rank politicians, IPS officers and judges who openly disrespect Indian Constitution, their designation, and they use their power, or rather who use their power to routinely violate common citizens' human and constitutional rights.
Now, what is your final move?
Yeah, it's a good question again. I'm meeting India Ambassador Mrs. Nirupama Rao next week at her Washington DC office. I already have informed her office along with the office of Mr. Pranab Mukherjee, the President, Dr. Manmohan Singh, the Prime Minister, Mr. Altamas Kabir, the Chief Justice, Mr. Salman Khurshid, the External Affairs Minister, Mr. Vayala Ravi, Minister of Overseas Indian Affairs, Mr. Arun K. Singh, the India Deputy Chief of Mission, Washington DC, Mr. Prithviraj Chavan, the Chief Minister, and I have let them know that unless and until the appropriate India government authority gets in the action and actually fulfill my mentioned request, I won't be leaving Ambassador Washington DC office. I hope India government won't push me to take law in my hand. And here I would like to let you all viewers know my 7 requests. My first request is having India External Affairs Ministry officials clearing my name from US Homeland Security Department and India Ambassador Washington DC office file as soon as possible. My second request is having Chief Justice of Maharashtra, Mr. Mohit releasing the External Affairs Ministry's apology letter which they have submitted in his court on July 11, 2011. My third request is bringing my dad's murderers, our abusers and their protectors to justice in time-bounding manner with unbailable arrests. My fourth request is rescuing my brothers from their abusers in expedient manner and getting them urgent psychiatric help. My fifth request is taking disciplinary actions against Chief Justice of Maharashtra, Mr. Mohit, for openly adopting corrupt illegal practices in violating my human and constitutional rights in his court on July 11, 2011 and on July 12, 2011. My sixth request is ordering involved, of course after proven guilty, officials of Maharashtra Home Ministry, Maharashtra Police Department and Judiciary System to compensate my brothers and me from their personal bank accounts or funds. I do not want Maharashtra government to compensate me from Maharashtra state taxpayers' accounts. My seventh request is considering making special laws and addendums in expedient manner which would protect abused husbands, abused in-laws, human and constitutional rights. If I need to sit at Ambassador Washington DC office for hours or for days, I will do that, but I won't let them go off the hook that easy. I know this act is not going to bring my dad back, but I need to save my brother's life. I need to restore my life and liberty. And while doing that, I wish giving loud, confident voice and support to millions of other common and underprivileged citizens of India who are being victims and forced to survive law enforcement and judiciary corruption day in, day out. You could find relevant evidences online which I have posted on my Facebook account Jyoti Corruption Roko. If you wish to get in touch with me, then please email me at jyoti, JYOTI at corruptionroko.org. Corruption Roko is a one word. Or you could again visit me, like I said, on my Facebook account Jyoti Corruption Roko. I really appreciate your time for viewing this clip. Thank you very much.